So hello Helen,
Hello.
tell us who you are.
I'm Helen Cole. I'm the director of In Between Time and In Between Time Festival.
Fantastic. How many years has In Between Time been going for?
Oh God, I actually don't know. It started in 2001 and
Okay.
we're now in 2017. So
Wow.
that means it's 16 years old, yeah.
And what was the origins of the festival? How did it start?
It actually started here on Unfriending, where we're standing. And it started as part of the live programme, but you know, as always when you're working in live art and performance, you kind of end up pushing out of the spaces and the boxes that you're normally put into. So the festival was all about exploding out into the city, using lots of interesting sites and spaces across the city.
Yes.
And so by doing that, eventually we became an independent organisation. That was in 2009.
Amazing.
So this is now our 7th festival.
Superb. So a lot of the festival is, as you say, about getting into the city. What are some of the things this year that will be not just in galleries but going out into the city?
Actually, it's less than some years, but this year we have, as you may have seen, the amazing Beastie.
Absolutely.
That's created from people's imaginations. They've kids have come up with this idea of a monster that might be their friend, that might come home with them, that might actually, you know, kind of, be, you know, stay with them for a bit. So not a scary beast, but an intriguing beast. And so Beastie is made from those kids' drawings and ideas. And they didn't know when they first made that beast that he was going to become real and walk in and meet them. So now Beastie wanders around, and it's just a simple thing really. It's a guy in a costume, but the costume is beautiful and kind of intriguing and a bit weird, and he walks very slowly and hugs people and makes people smile. So that's one of the things that will be going through the festival. There's a piece called Woodland, which is amazing. It's a piece in which you go and lie on a woodland floor, and it's the wood near Arnesville Cemetery. So you've got the cemetery in your mind. It's not really in your sight, but it's in your mind. And the piece is all about what happens to your body after death. So this sounds full on, and it is in a way, but it's also kind of comforting because it tells you about how you slowly decompose and return to the soil, and whilst you're lying on soil. So it's just a kind of fact of life in a way that's just presented in a really beautiful way with this audio. So that's just two
Fantastic.
of the pieces.
So, and why is it important to you to bring live art into those spaces and out of more conventional settings?
I believe anyway that art has a job to do, and I think it doesn't always do it brilliantly, and I think, you know, we're quite lazy expecting people to come and find us in these kinds of art palaces. They're beautiful, but it doesn't always feel like the right place to be because there's only some people that come into these places. So I believe actually that art of all kinds, but particularly the kind I work in, which is actually quite challenging. It's about ideas and things that are slightly intangible, stuff that's happening that's quite political. And so that kind of work is in our lives. It's like stuff we think about all the time because we're people, we're citizens, we care about that stuff. And so actually I think art needs to be happening in front of us. It needs to be on the street, in our houses, at the corners of our roads, and actually it is a lot of the time. We just maybe don't notice it. So yeah, I think it's kind of a political stance. I think it's the job of the arts to do that.
Fantastic. And tell us about what's going on here, because we've got some cowboy outfits, a couple of guys dressed as cowboys, and they're gearing up for... Is this the first piece of the festival?
It is, actually. Yeah, it is. It's a very, very typically unspectacular IPT opening in that Gary and Greg, who are the two guys from Lone Twin, are dressed as cowboys. It's almost like they've blown in from some other place, and they will line dance blindfolded for 12 hours. So it's actually quite a full-on thing to do.
Blindfolded for 12 hours?
Blindfolded and line dancing together for 12 hours. They
Not
won't stop.
without stopping?
Yeah, they won't stop. And it starts at midday and finishes at midnight.
Fantastic.
So by midnight they will be absolutely knackered. And by midnight everyone will be dancing with them. Everyone that's left will be, because they need you to help them get through it. Because it's incredibly hard to do.
It's a real endurance piece.
It is. A gentle, but, you know, kind of needs resilience and strength to get through it.
Superb. And if there's one other piece that you recommend we see throughout the festival, I'm sure there's lots of fantastic things, but if you have to pick one other thing...
It's probably the record. You're going to expect me to say that, maybe, but this piece is amazing. It's 46 Bristolians from across 8 neighbourhoods in Bristol, all of them performing on the Slovak stage. None of them have met, and they won't meet until the opening night.
Wow.
So they've been rehearsing individually, one-on-one, with the directors for 6 weeks, and then they will meet on the opening night. So some of the things that they're doing don't make sense to them yet. It will only make sense when the show opens.
Okay.
So just the idea of 46 Bristolians on stage at the Slovak for 4 nights is pretty good.
Superb. That sounds absolutely brilliant. Something for lots of different people.
Yeah,
so,
totally.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you have an amazing festival.
Thank you. Thank you so much.